Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I hope you're doing well today. Today's reading is a monthly reading for the water sign Scorpio for March 2025. This is for Scorpio, flipped over, sun, moon, and rising. Like I usually mention, I encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but all three of them. Sometimes all of the messages will resonate, sometimes none of them, or it's just, that was just me kind of being clumsy here. You can get different messages from each of the videos, and by kind of taking what does resonate from each of the videos, it helps to create a more complete overview of what you might have coming in that month. So the reading, we're doing a 10 card Celtic cross spread. This is the one that flipped over, and I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. So you have the Page of Wands at the center of the spread. So this could be an offer coming in for you, right? This could be news of a job coming in, a new opportunity, whether this is on the work front or, like business venture. It could be a creative project and endeavor. And, this page actually gives me more in this deck. It gives me like the Two of Wands energy, because it's almost like he's kind of looking down this path. There aren't two paths that he's looking down, but he seems, sort of unsure, but it's almost like a mixture of the fool with the little bag, right? The rucksack on his back. And then, the needing to make a decision or head off in this new direction. But in general, the Page of Wands, it's fire energy. So it does have to do with the work that we do. It's our own drive, determination, ambition for the things that we do in life. Can be creative projects and endeavors or business. Could be somebody that you're dealing with. If so, this is usually a younger fire sign individual. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, male or female. But pages, they bring in news. So this is news, could be, either dealing with this person or just receiving the news. And you have another page. Yeah, this is, and this is fast moving, right? Wands and swords, they're the two fastest moving energies of the tarot. So you have the Page of Swords coming in as what could help or hinder. And, this is, if there was any kind of indecision about which path to go down, you have this Page of Swords, which is, this is the news that you needed to be able to make that decision. So this is news coming in quickly. The Suit of Swords, it's air energy. So it deals with our intellect. It's the cerebral energy. The suit of the mind is also communication. So how we get those ideas across to other people. Again, could be a person that you're dealing with. If so, it would be a younger air sign individual, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But, news and possibly offers here at the center of your reading. You have in the deep past, Temperance. This is number 14 of the major arcana. And Temperance is associated with fire energy, with Sagittarius. And, it's about having balance, bringing balance into your life, right? All things in moderation is the Temperance, the motto of the Temperance card. So, there could be, with this sitting in the deep past, this could have been either a need for you to gain some type of balance in your life, whether you were working too much or, traveling too much, eating too much, not sleeping enough, staying up too late. Whatever this excess was, there could have been a need for this balance. Could have been a focus on bringing balance, restoring balance to your life. Temperance can also be about alchemy. So, this deck, it's a slightly different depiction of the Temperance card, but usually that's this balance of water with fire, and then the woman is making, or a rainbow appears. So there's, making something, manifesting something out of this, balance. So it's, it is a very, obviously it's major arcana energy, but it's an important energy of balance being restored. In the recent past, you have the Eight of Cups. So water energy, It deals with our emotions, feelings, and this 8, she has turned her back on these cups. At one point or another, each of these cups held something that, she found enjoyable. If we think about what comes immediately before this 8 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, it's having all of those cups to choose from, and just needing to choose one of the cups. Here, it's like she already has all of the 8 cups, but she's not satisfied. And so she has turned her back and she is heading off again down this path with this little rucksack. So there is, these similar kind of images here, right, with this Page of Wands, even though they're two different suits, obviously different cards, but there's this here, he's looking down a path. Here she's heading off in this new direction. And even though she's unsure of where she's heading, she knows that she needs to head in that direction. And, she trusts that where she's heading will bring her greater joy than, where she currently is. I just mentioned the 7 of Cups. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups, and now crowning the reading is the 7 of Cups. So there's like a, kind of going back here, regression from the 8 to the 7. But yeah, it's needing to decide. Maybe there's something that, you've been trying to decide on. What is it that actually brings you joy or happiness? Because that is what the 7 of Cups are. So you can see each of the cups, it holds, a particular thing that, this woman, she's looking at. One holds love or a heart, another there's book. We have, different things that might be of interest to this woman that might bring her happiness or joy. But until she actually picks one of them, all these cups are up in the air, right? And we have coming into the near future, we have the 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior card. This is, you've been through a lot, right? And you can see that she looks very, obviously, just downtrodden, very, tired. But she also looks a little like startled, like, them thinking about that one final hurdle that she has to jump over to make it to, wherever this is that she's heading. This Page of Wands and Page of Swords at the center of the reading. You appear as the 6 of Wands, which is, it is a card of victory. This is, you've been to battle with the 5 of Wands and you have come out victorious. So you are, you are coming in, very victorious at this time. So whatever it is that you have been dealing with, I feel that there's a need to make a choice, but you are heading in this, and we have both this page and the girl kind of looking off to the right, heading in down this new path, heading in this new direction. Surrounding you in your environment, you have the 7 of Pentacles. And, we have another, so 2 7s here, right? We have 2 7s. We have the 2 pages, obviously. I was just seeing if there were any other 2s of anything. But the 7 of Pentacles, she has worked long and hard to grow everything in the garden to the point that it is now, right? She had the Ace of Pentacles. She planted the pentacles. You took care of it, watered it, cared for it. And now all of the trees, they're laden with fruit. So she's seeing the fruits of her labor. She's even used some of the grapes to make wine here. So, she's been working long and hard at taking care of, whatever it is that she's working at. And this could be you've been working at the same job. You've been putting in the hard work and effort. But now, there's a need for you to, just like with this 7 of Cups, there's a need for her to choose one of the cups. With the 7 of Pentacles, there's a need for you to reevaluate, right? So to look at what you have achieved, right? To look at all of the pentacles here and kind of weigh things up. Is it worth her continuing down the same path, or is it worth her going off in this new direction? That's really the question. And I think that's kind of the question that's most on your mind as you move through the month. You have in the hopes and fears, the Hangman, which is number 12 of the Major Arcana. And the Hangman is associated with the sign of Pisces, so a fellow water sign. But you can see here, he's upside down, right? He's tied, instead of being tied on a tree, he's tied to this broom. He has these chains around his ankles and around his wrists, but if you look closely at his hand, he's actually holding the key. So he is the one who holds the key to get out of this, very difficult, uncomfortable situation. Much like we had with this, you're the one that needs to choose and, move in this new direction here. He could also get himself out of this, but he also understands that by being in this uncomfortable position, he's able to gain this clarity of mind that if he were right side up, he would not be able to have, right? So the Hangman can oftentimes represent a delay, but it's a divinely timed delay, right? So there's some type of divine timing and orchestration is at play with the Hangman. So this taking time out, right? But and this is what you're hoping or fearing. So you could be hoping for, this some type of enlightenment, right, about a situation, or you could be worried that this, whatever this delay is, this could be of concern, right? As far as this being able to move in this new direction, you're maybe worried about this delay, like with this Nine of Wands. Oh, what is it that I have to face? One last hurdle, one last thing. But you have, as your outbound energy, we have another 6 here. So we have the 2 6s, we have 2 7s. Yeah. The 6 of Pentacles, it's a card of balance. So we were talking about balance with the Temperance card, right? We have the balance here. And so she's, so this depiction is slightly different. In the traditional tarot, there's a very wealthy looking man, and, he understands that he is able to give, like financially speaking, give of a little of what he has to help others. And so he's giving some coins to help some other people. So, she looks very, very opulent in this picture, right? But she's helping, she's giving to other people. So there is a give and take. But it also reminds us that, if at this point you are able to, if you're in a position to be able to help others, do so, because, you never know when you might be in, the shoe might be on the other foot. It doesn't necessarily have to be like material possessions, right? We can give of ourselves, we can volunteer, right? You can volunteer your time. That's also giving, right, with the 6 of Pentacles. But there's balance restored with the 6 of Pentacles coming in. And you have bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Cups, which 4 of Cups is always a kind of an interesting energy, because he's looking, you can see that the man, he looks very bored. He's looking at the 3 cups. He's just kind of looking, they're not bringing him happiness, right? We have a lot of these cups. So we have the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, this 4 of Cups shows up here. But by just, looking like he's just not being very excited about whatever these 3 of Cups offer him, he's missing out on this holy grail over here. We have an Ace of Cups that's coming in, that's, and he's not even paying attention to that. So, he's feeling very apathetic, just very bored. So this could be within like where you're currently working, right? And this is why we have these, new directions, this news coming in, that could bring in this balance, the balance being restored as far as your finances go. Let's go ahead and clarify. I won't clarify the entire spread, but we'll clarify some of the main cards, I think, such as the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Cups in the past position. You've already, I believe, you've made this decision. There is a decision to move forward. There's, what's message coming in from your higher self, this need to, choose one of these cups here, just like we have this Holy Grail appearing on the 4 of Cups. So I want to look at the 9 of Wands. So what is this 9 of Wands? What potential maybe unexpected or, last obstacle that you might have to face. Let's see what additional guidance we can get on this Nine of Wands. So Spirit, additional messages for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know for the month of March? Okay, one last shuffle. And divide the deck. Okay, we have on the Nine of Wands, the Hermit. And this, no, it's not a repeater. It's just been coming out in so many of the readings. I feel like it's repeated. So we have Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. And the Hermit is associated with the Earth sign of Virgo. The Emperor, Major Arcana number 4, associated with the sign of Aries, fire energy. And the Prince of Wands. So this would be the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot. So, with these three coming out on this Nine of Wands, the Hermit is a very spiritual energy. The Hermit, he usually goes up into the mountains, to retreat, he craves that solitude, to be able to seek that spiritual guidance, right? That inner knowing, the inner knowledge. The Emperor is all about heading in new directions. He's very, obviously he's sort of the king of kings, right? The Emperor, he rules over a much larger empire instead of a kingdom. And, if there's a decision to be made, he will obviously take charge, and, he will head. If there's like a decision, a choice, this is the energy that you want, this Emperor. And then the Knight of Wands is also this is like a go-getter type energy. And the Knight of Wands, this is the offer coming in. So I feel that, there could have just been a lot of setbacks, or, even like this walking away, not knowing which cup for you to choose there. I feel that's put you in this Nine of Wands energy, but there's a need for reflection, but then ultimately there's, you're moving ahead. The Knight of Wands brings in news about this job offer. There's, it's a very dynamic energy, the Prince of Wands. So I think that let me go ahead and clarify as well, this Hangman. So this is on the Hangman, we have Six of Cups. So this could have to do with reconnecting with people from the past. Could be a past, a past relationship. Could be going back to work somewhere where you used to work, reconnecting with, people from the past. We have the Seven of Cups, which is a repeater card. We have the Seven of Cups right there. So it goes from Six of Cups to Seven of Cups. And then we have Adjustment, which is number 11, which is the Justice card in the traditional deck, associated with the air sign of Libra. So, this is, that could be, with the Justice card, it could be like some type of legal ruling, or just, the scales of justice being balanced out here. And it's, it's on this period of possible delay, or needing to see things from a different point of view. So we go from, the Six of Cups, which is, it can also be with the Six of Cups. It can be where you're looking back on a past, maybe a place that you used to work, or, relationship, whatever it might be. But you're looking back on it very fondly, right? And that's kind of the cautionary message of the Six of Cups, is that we tend to look back on, if they were good experiences in the past, we tend to look back on them with even better, rose-tinted glasses. So we tend to see things as maybe, even better than they were. It's a card of nostalgia. And then, this choice in the middle, this need to pick one of the cups, and then balance coming in with this, again, balance, right? So we have the Temperance card here. We have the balance with the so balance is a key, is definitely a key theme this month for you. Let's go ahead and pull one additional oracle card. So what else does Scorpio need to know? One additional message for Scorpio for the month of March. What does Scorpio need to know? Okay, divide the deck. And you have Survival, Healer Guides. And this is card number 19. So, pay attention to this month. Any signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, especially the number 1 or the number 9. Obviously, if we add them together, 1 and 9 is 10, which can break down to 1 again. So the number 1 and the number 9. Let me read from the guidebook, just sort of the main ideas for the card, Survival. And it says, endurance, vigilance, perseverance. Your healer guides surround you and lovingly embrace your momentarily injured spirit. They want you to recognize that all attacks, betrayals, or injuries you've suffered, whether they were through the unconscious behavior of others or through your own misunderstanding or poor choices, have left you physically wounded and fragile. It's no wonder your guard is up. And that's this card right here, right? This is the wounded warrior with the guard up. And I said that the person looked very, sort of shocked or concerned or worried. This is talking about the 9 of Wands there. It's difficult to trust even yourself at this time, but you must. And the only way to do so is to stop blaming yourself or others for what has occurred and forgive all the way around. Learn from your experiences and strengthen your boundaries and judgment. I'm just trying to skip ahead. This one's quite long. Yeah, the main message here from your guides: the danger has passed. You are safe now. It is time to heal and to learn from your experience. So definitely, right? It's whatever, you are moving on and there's balance being restored. And, again, going back to the center of the spread, we have this news coming in. So there is news, there is a walking away. For some of you, you might have already done this walking away. It does sit in the recent past. And then balance, that's a key one. Balance being restored this month. So yeah, I do hope that those messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. And if you would like to hit subscribe, I would really appreciate that as well. It does definitely help the channel and the algorithm. And I look forward to seeing you all again. So I'm just sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month. Bye for now.